the Taraji P. Henson in the house on Baby. This is Keke Palmer. I am so happy to have one of my favorite Virgos of all time in the building.
Yay, thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh, we always are seeing each other out and about. I don't know what we're, somebody's concert. I mean, I just feel like we always seeing each other out.
I've been running into you since you were like 16.
The first time was at the Mike Epps comedy show.
It was Mike Epps because I couldn't remember if it was Mike or Kevin.
And you had eaten that bob
were
at that time.
Row. Yes. And I was like, this baby knows comedy. Look at her checking out the comedy shows.
Girl.
You were 16.
Yeah,
I kept my eyes on you ever since.
I was literally like, I'm sitting next to Taraji P. Henson. I was living my best life, and I feel the same way right now. Thank you for coming. Now, I'm excited to get into these pre-show pull-up questionnaire to see what type of energy we're giving, and I'm already loving the first thing. Today, I'm giving Schiaparelli because, yes, fabulous, with a side of Zara.
Well,
we love Zara.
I do highs and lows. That's how you keep from going broke.
Man, we was just talking about how the shopping will literally have you in a chokehold. But I feel like we should be able to write that off. It's a part of our career.
Yeah, they changed it a couple of years back. They changed. It has to be like costumey.
Isn't that crazy?
Like you can't be able to wear it on the street.
But it's like I need a costume to be Keke Palmer. Like,
Keke, I'm with you, babe.
You know,
I'm with you.
Today's mood in one word: grateful.
Always
Gratitude. It makes everything better, especially when things are hard.
For sure.
You know?
And any day I wake up on this side of the soil, I'm grateful.
Amen. What did you listen to on the ride here? Ratchet hip hop. I love that it's just the genre in itself.
Yeah.
We didn't say any particular song. It's just ratchet hip hop. Put the playlist on.
Just play it so I can stay up.
Are you a night owl or are you a morning person?
It depends on what time I went to bed.
Yeah. As I've gotten older, I'm trying to be in the bed at the latest 10 p.m. And I know that's crazy because how you getting there? You know what I mean? When you have to work and everything. But I want to sleep so I can get up early.
That's cute. You know what's good? A good night for me in bed by 7 p.m.
And that's even better.
Ooh.
That's like, oh my gosh, my life is made.
Because guess what? I stop answering the calls. I stop it with the emails. As soon as my housekeeper leave, I'll be closing the blinds.
I mean, because you're going to get maximum rest and you have time to pour into you. You can run that bath.
Yes.
You can watch a little something. You know what I mean? You don't have to go straight to sleep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I really appreciate that. Okay, one thing that instantly makes you laugh, my fat Frenchies. How many do you have?
2.
Oh my gosh, how old are they?
Buddha is 2.
Come on, Buddha.
Zen will be 1 in December.
First of all, I love that they're all about peace. We've got Buddha and we got Zen.
They have to grow into their names.
Uh-oh.
Especially Zen.
Have you always been a dog person?
Yeah, I was when I was a kid, and then I think I became a real dog mom when I became a mom. Because I got my first dog that I owned, not my parents, when Marcel was like 5.
Shout out to Marcel. How old is Marcel?
Older than you?
No, really?
Maybe 31.
I'm 31. We're the same age?
Same age.
Wow.
That's
Shout out to
great.
Marcel. You know, I'm a boy mom now.
I know.
It's the best thing. It's the best.
We just went to lunch yesterday, me and my handsome man.
How crazy is that now that I mean, the conversations that you guys probably have are so maybe similar but different because he's an adult.
He teaches me a lot. Like the shoe is on the other foot now.
Oh my gosh.
He teaches me a lot.
Do you see yourself reflected a lot in him or like your parents? Like who does he most remind you of?
Physically, his face is cut and paste of his dad.
Wow.
Like, it's crazy because, you know, his dad passed when he was 34.
Gosh,
so Marcel's 31. He's really like, when I look at him, it's just like I gotta pinch myself sometimes.
Oh my gosh, were you and his dad together when he passed?
No, we had already broken up, and I was living here in LA. And because it was like, I remember reading Baby Boy, and I said to John Singleton, I said, you've been following me. Like, this is my life. This is literally my life. The car, him borrowing a car, all of that. We were young and dumb, and you know how it is.
I mean, in that movie, like that movie is such a cultural classic, but when you really get down, it also talks about the systems of it's about the systems of oppression and how young men, black men specifically, become infantilized because of the system and then the moms and the thing, so as I've gotten older, that
really,
movie,
that's why it won't go away. It won't. Yeah,
and it's like Baby Boy. Like these are the baby boys of the community. How do we help them evolve through that? You know, these crutches. So that movie is like, I mean, obviously it's one of your most iconic roles, one of my favorite roles that you've done. But the last question before we get into to everything I want to talk with you about is your last screenshot on your phone.
Oh, I love recipes.
Me too.
So that's my algorithm. So it's probably a recipe because I have this new app called, I shouldn't be giving these people this free, but it's called Reci Me. Rusty meat.
Like
so
RESY?
RECIME, something like that.
Resty
I'll
meat.
show you when I leave. And so what happens is if you're on Instagram or if you look up a recipe, you can save it to this app and it'll put it all in the dimensions and the measurements and all the directions and instructions all in one app.
So you like to cook?
I love to cook.
Girl, I love to cook, and I want to be able to cook more. You know what I mean? Because it takes time to sit there and do and get on. But it's one of my favorite things to do. I love looking up videos.
I want to take a culinary class.
Me
I saw Tiana the other day. I'm so inspired by her because I really want to take one. I watched her and Karuchi took one too.
Yeah,
and I'm so inspired.
I mean, I just love. It's very meditative.
It is,
and it also feels good when you can feed your loved ones.
Yes. Someone asked me a while ago, how do you show love? I said I cook because everything from having to go to the store, figure out the whole rest, the meal for the night.
Do you have a go-to
love.
meal?
Do I have a go-to
like
meal?
for like where you say like, boom, I'm cooking this one for the first time with these people. Like this is the Taraji P Henson meal.
For me, it's about a feeling. I love to make. I just learned.
That means
how to
you
make
can cook
pho.
for real.
Well, I mean, I do pretty
I'll be
good.
going there with a whole. Okay, so then this measuring.
No, I do measure, and then I have dishes that I can make off the top. What I've been making for years, like a lasagna. I make lasagna like an old Italian grandmother.
Girl, I'm coming to the house. I'm coming to the house.
Please do.
Now, I mean, you also travel because I just seen this St. Lucia trip, girl, and I'm trying to figure out how I get an invite because you were living large. Yes,
I just like to do that. That girlfriends thing.
Now, which one are you? Are you the one planning everything? Are you the one late to the van? Like, who are you?
I'm the planner.
Come on, Virgo.
You know how we do.
Yes, we need it to be right.
It has to be right.
Yeah. So how was the trip?
It
how
was
long were you
amazing.
there?
I was only there for 4 days. Trying to find time to stay away is the issue. But 4 days, I was grateful. The Windjammer had us there. It was amazing. We went to this small town called Sanfria. And it's in a volcano. Have you ever been to a volcano before?
No, and I've never been to St. Lucia.
You have to go. It is so beautiful. It's this cute. The Sanfria is this beautiful town right on the edge of in between these two peaks, these mountains. It looks fake. And to see it's all black people, because you'll see a town like that in Scotland or on Amalfi Coast or in Italy or somewhere like that. But this is black people. Like it was like magical.
Oh my God. Well, you also visited a place that I felt is very magical. You did a solo trip in Bali.
Oh,
I've always wanted to do solo trips and I've always wanted to go to Bali. And you tell me about your experience because you said it was very peaceful. You came back with a different vibe. How long were you there on that trip?
When I went the first time, I was there for a month.
Oh my.
Yeah. I mean, you need that because it's so
Life-changing.
far. It's so far. It's like, depending on the route you take, it's like 24 hours of traveling. So you really need more than 2 weeks to really get your bearings, get that time clock right, and so you can enjoy it.
So did you have any because I know there's obviously a big culture of wellness there. Did you do anything specific?
Oh, I did a lot of hot yoga. I did a healing where a priestess prayed over me. Moved a lot of negative energy out of my body. Sound bowls. I did sound healing. I mean, that's literally where you go to eat, pray, love.
When I tell you I love all that stuff, I did my first kind of thing like that in Sedona when I was like 18, and this lady was beating on my damn chest so hard.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I was crying because I was releasing or if I was in pain. But I was like, keep beating, mama.
She was moving something down because I thought mine was going to drown me. She kept throwing water in my face, and I was like, but it worked. I felt lighter.
You know what I mean? Right. It's like, I don't know if it was because I was fighting for my life here or fighting for my life here. Either way, we're going to figure it out.
Right.
Now, you're already Tony nominated for Jaja's African Hair Braiding on Broadway. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
But you're getting ready to actually do your Broadway debut with Debbie Allen. That's exciting. How you feeling about that?
I'm excited. I went to Howard University, the Mecca. HU, and I studied theater. And actually, August Wilson came to speak to us when I was in my first acting class. We got a lot of Ozzie Davis, Ruby Dee, Felicia Rashad came back, and she and Debbie Allen are alumni. So for me, it's 360 because
It's crazy.
It's crazy. I won the Debbie Allen and Felicia Rashad. When I was 6 months pregnant, I needed to finish school. I had no money, and I auditioned for the Triple Threat Award in honor of their father, Andrew Allen, and I won it. So I was able to finish school. So too, I've worked with her with Debbie Allen in the beginnings of my career when I was on this Lifetime television show called The Division. She played my mom. Her and Sally Struthers. They were a lesbian couple who raised me.
Wow.
And Debbie Allen was my birth mom. And so then she came and directed some episodes of Empire, and then now she's gonna and I directed on a sitcom like I forget, Half and Half years ago.
I love
so she's
Half
been
and
like,
Half.
yeah,
On through his journey.
Exactly.
Girl, you did Sister too. I mean, I love when I'm watching like a sitcom and like I'm like,
see the
damn,
old
Taraji.
right? I was busy back then.
Okay. But what's so interesting to me was that this was your first Broadway debut. I know that. I mean, you like you said, you did theater. Did film just come at you so fast, film and TV, that you didn't get a chance to really invest in the theater scene as much in that way?
No. Theater. When I became a mom in college, I just knew that I didn't want to struggle in New York with a kid. I felt like the cost of living would have been a little tough for me, being a single mother. So I think moving to LA was the right choice. But theater is always around. Like I've always gotten offers. The timing just was never right for me.
Yeah.
And so this time
it's perfect.
What
do you think that this character offers you that other characters haven't? I mean, you've played the gamut, comedy, drama. I mean, there's so many different nuances you can tap into. Which one is this character you think going to be feeding?
Well, my love for August Wilson and what he did, because I studied that so many of his plays in college, and I did so many of the monologues for classes and things like that. So to actually do it in a real way, a major way on Broadway, it's just, again, it's 360 for me. It's just like,
when does it start? Because I can't wait to come see it. I love the theater.
Yeah, me too. We start rehearsals the end of February.
2026, yeah. I'm coming to see you. Joe Turner's coming on. It's going to be amazing. 2026, looking forward to seeing that. Now, you've described yourself as the quirky girl in the hood. So I need to go back to what little Taraji was like. I mean, what area did you grow up? I know you're from
Washington, D.C.
D.C., that's what I thought. Okay, so what was it like for you as a kid growing up in D.C.?
I was very rambunctious. I had a very big personality that was nurtured specifically by my dad, because he was very big personality. I was just I was free to just be me. My family would sit and I would entertain them. I mean, I was always like baby magic. Like, that's the best way to put it. Just probably undiagnosed ADHD.
Right. Seriously, I relate.
But my dad noticed that in me at a very young age and started funneling me through the arts. And literally, that's why I never became a statistic. I wasn't supposed to make it out the hood. That
was going to be my next question, is when did the arts find you? And what was your first realization that you were like, was it singing? Was it your humor? When did you realize that, I have a talent?
I think, honestly, I'm 50. I'll be 55, 9/11. And I still remember kindergarten. I was a very rambunctious child, and it was specific teachers in my life. My kindergarten teacher, I can't remember her name, but she put me on stage for the first time because I just would not be still. I wouldn't keep my mouth shut. And she needed that big mouth for the graduation, and I sang The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow. And I remember I did something at the mic, something funny or something, and the audience laughed, and I was like, whoa, I felt that power. I remember that feeling in kindergarten. Then again, in the 5th grade, this was back when teachers could spank the kids.
Which is crazy. My daddy told me about that.
My mother gave them all the permission. Whoop her ass.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm. And so in the 5th grade, I wasn't a bad kid. I just had all of this energy, and it just needed to be channeled. And so my 5th grade teacher, Mrs. Lane, I'll never forget her, put me on the stage for the first time, and I had to play the Queen of Hearts in some play. And that feeling that I had in kindergarten came rushing back. And then again in the 7th grade, I was in this horrible ghetto ass school called Friendship. It was the school without walls.
The school was called Friendship.
Friendship.
That name is even.
But it was a school without walls or windows.
So what y'all was doing? Y'all was at the Grove?
Basically.
That was crazy.
It was like the windows were like 4x4s, really thick. You couldn't see out of them. It literally was the pipeline to prison.
Oh my gosh. And it
was getting us prepared.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Especially because it was in the hood. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So we had the grade school, young kids were like down in the basement. It was the weirdest setup ever. Gosh. No windows. So if the class clown across the hall acts up, the whole floor is disrupted. It was a mess. But I got out. I made it.
No windows.
Yeah. She introduced me to Shakespeare, Miss Hawkins, in the 7th grade. Mm-hmm.
Shakespeare
in the hood, y'all. Hear me?
Oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. I mean, what do you think about those early days that shaped you? There's a cool quote that in Glamour magazine where you spoke about your father. He said, "Fear and fate can't coexist.
No.
You got to pick a side."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what's an example, whether early or even into, now, where you feel like fate showed up for you, or that you chose fate over fear?
I say the biggest moment was me deciding to move out to LA with just $700 in my pocket and my kid.
I mean, me, when I was just like thinking about that again, it's different when you hear stuff like that and you're not a mom. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, those mothers can do anything, you know? Yeah. But when you become a mom, you realize that's crazy, girl.
No, people thought I was crazy, but I just know me, and I know that I'm going to make a way. That's what I do. You know, I watched my father make a way. I watched my mother make a way. Like, it was all around me. I had incredible examples right in my life. Like, I didn't have to look to the stars. It was right around me. My mother left the South at 18 and literally worked her way up from the basement to corporate America. So, you know, I was watching this. So all I did was just do what was shown to me. You know, my mom never gave up. She worked hard. My dad worked hard. I was like, I just got to work hard and apply myself. Like, literally, that was it.
Wow. So, I mean, what were those early days like coming in? How soon did you find your community? Like, did the young actors and actresses hang out? Like, did y'all have a way that y'all got together?
In LA?
In LA, yes.
Oh, yeah, because we would hear, like, so-and-so moved to LA. So, you know, Howard is a big community.
Yeah.
So, that's all it was.
School connections,
exactly.
Too. And I know, did you date Hill Harbor?
Who said that?
What? Was that some tea that I sipped during my research?
A long time ago, child.
Girl.
Were you even born?
Now, why she had to get me together like that? She didn't have to do that. I was right there with Marcel.
You were little. He doesn't remember.
I mean, what was it like dating entertainers? Like, I mean, because that's something I've never. I guess I've dated an entertainer before, but it's different, you know.
How do I say this?
Baby, this is Keke Palmer, yeah.
Baby, I had a vision so clear it hit me like a pool noodle to the face. My perfect Labor Day weekend laid out in HD. There I am, floating like a queen on my inflatable throne at golden hour when the smell of something heavenly hits my nose. My best friend is in the kitchen of our Airbnb channeling her inner Gordon Ramsay, but with actual seasoning. Not a sad room service sandwich in sight. She's serving up her best attempt at recreating one of the lovely Chef Teeny's recipe. Hey, girl. Last summer, I booked one of those gorgeous Airbnbs that I found through their guest favorites. If I had a gourmet kitchen for our potluck dinners and a huge living room from where we could spread out for our game night and catch up. During the day, we were lounging by our private pool, and at night, we were stargazing from the deck with snacks and stories. That's the magic of Airbnb. You get these perfect spaces to really connect with your friends. If you're planning an end-of-summer getaway, consider an Airbnb guest favorite. These are some of the most highly rated homes on Airbnb, perfect for group trips or family vacations. I mean, you get more space, privacy, and better locations than you can shake a vacation selfie stick at. Grab your popcorn and sip a little something, because I'm going to need my girls every Wednesday to watch Tyler Perry's Sisters at 9/8 Central on BET. Listen to this. With the stress of jobs, relationships, and jealousy, everyone is on the edge of their breaking point. The drama is more intense than ever, and the bonds of sisterhood are being tested like never before. These women thought they had it all figured out, but honey, life had other plans. Between secret romances, workplace rivalries, and friendships hanging on by a thread, anything can happen, and the sister circle may never be the same. Y'all, when I tell you this season is serving everything we need, tears, laughter, romance, and those jaw-dropping moments that'll have you texting your group chat at midnight, now that sounds like my kind of show. Watch new episodes of Tyler Perry's Sisters Wednesday at 9/8 Central, only on BET. Trust me, you don't want to miss it.
It has its challenges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. Been there, did it, done it. Not sure if I would go back.
Girl, isn't it so crazy?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
It's just, I think for me, and you never know how love is going to come. So I'm not telling you anything. Just do what you're doing. But
exactly.
You know.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's just like, I'd rather have a different conversation at home.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
But then we run into this thing where it's this double standard, at least I feel, you know, when as a successful woman, that ends up being a thorn in the side in your dating life.
That too.
For some reason.
But it has to be someone who understands what you do and champions it. Like, it's not in competition.
Yes.
Wants to see you thrive. Don't want to get in your lane. You know.
Yeah.
They exist. it's just, where are they?
No, seriously, it's true. It's a conversation I think about often. I always talk about it with just successful women and women in our industry because it's different for the guys. I mean, no one cares if they found somebody, crazy girls. It doesn't matter. It's not looked at anyway. You know what I mean? But for us, it's a total different thing because we have to deal with the gender biases and, like you said, the competition, which, it shouldn't be there, but it's a thing. I do want to talk about you honoring your father's legacy with the Boris Lawrence Foundation. And it's centered around mental health. I want to just talk a little bit about what made you start that and how it's been going.
Well, my dad had his challenges. He's a Vietnam vet, and he was very hard on the sleeve. He, shared everything. He didn't hide anything from me. And just watching him struggle and knowing that the resources just weren't resourcing. Then I become a mom to a young black boy, and he's getting older, and the rose-colored glasses come off, and he realizes I'm a black man in America, and I don't know what to do with that. I'm not a black man, and we started having our struggles, and it was time to go for help, look for help, because I can afford it,
Thank God.
But then I thought about a community of people who can't. Not only can't afford it, but won't even talk about it. So I just felt like, and then the more research I did and finding out the statistics and the numbers of the ages of children who contemplate suicide or die by suicide, and the age is getting younger and younger and younger. We're talking like 5-year-olds contemplating life or death.
It's so insane to me when I see that, and I don't know the reason why.
I couldn't sit idle. I had to do something. And so that's how the Boris Lawrence Henson Foundation was born.
I think it's so good that we talk about, thank you for doing that work, because I think it's so important that we talk about that and we continue to normalize it, because I do think we live in a society in general, like I'm not even going to put social media and all that stuff into it just yet. We live in a society in life as human beings where we think we're supposed to be happy all the time. That happiness is a baseline. And it's just not. Some people just can be born with a melancholic orientation, where it's just, you're just more so melancholic. There's nothing wrong with that. That's okay. But it's when we are told that we should be a certain way, we should be like this, that becomes a problem. And then we add in social media, and you, as a young person, comparing my life, and should I be doing this or should I be doing that? And it's like, guys, sometimes you're going to get depressed. It's not stopping the depression. It's navigating your way through it. And, leaning in and learning and teaching yourself how to deal with those waves. Because I think the more that we talk about it, the normalizing it begins, and people don't have to fight those negative emotions as much. It's just life.
It is what it is.
It is. Like,
life is going to life. You're going to have ups and downs. Some days are going to be better than others. That's just life.
It really is. It really is. Now, you've worn a lot of different hats. It was cool getting into this. Like, you worked at the Pentagon before you started really full-time acting. You were substitute teaching. You even did singing and dinner theater. That would sound very fun. I feel like you was eating it up. Now, what do you think your experience was like with all those jobs? How they kind of helped you in your career now? Well,
I just think for me, it's always about people watching. All the different people that I interacted with, and lots of characters. Especially when you're a waitress, because everybody gets full, they're drinking and they get loose. So a lot of characters. I've done a lot of interesting character study in all these different jobs, because I always saw myself as an actress, and it was just, I'm doing this in the interim. So I was always collecting, work, collecting a bag of characters to use anytime, because I knew I would have to.
What did you feel your breakout role was? Because obviously for many of us, we're like, oh, Baby Boy. But what do you think that was the one for you, where you feel like people really got to see?
No, it wasn't Baby Boy. Because Baby Boy, they thought that John Singleton found me somewhere off the street.
The character was so real. All your characters are.
Thank you. I don't know. I think I'm still having breakthrough moments. I don't know, because, yes, I've done theater, but, my core audience, really, they haven't seen me on the stage. So that's another breakout moment. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes. But also we got to talk about the breakout moment of not just you, Taraji, but TV in general, when y'all did Empire.
Oh, that was
And when
crazy.
you played Cookie. Because, it changed TV. It changed the conversation. People weren't even watching. Even Lee Daniels just doing TV. So I have to talk to you about that time. And did you initially like the character Cookie? Did you see that? Yeah, let's talk about that beginning. And what made you say yes? Because thank goodness you did.
Thank you. I was actually doing a play in Pasadena.
Oh, Pasadena. I grew up there.
Yeah. So I had Pasadena Playhouse, actually. And so I just left Person of Interest. And I decided I didn't really like TV. It felt a bit too corporate. And I didn't like it. And so I was turned off. And my manager at the time kept telling me about this script, Empire. You need to read the script. And I was like, I'm doing theater to see if I even still love what I do. Leave me alone. I'm not reading this script. It's stupid.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, that's how it can feel if you're doing it long enough.
And so I literally I would not read the script. And